All right, welcome back, everybody. I'm Jade Monkey. We're back here in DayZ. We're in a special branch of DayZ right now. We're in the 108 experimental. Let me go ahead and show you. If you look in the lower left-hand corner, you can see it says 108, and as you can see from the control list, we are on the Xbox. Just so you know, this is the experimental branch is now available on the Xbox as a separate download. If you are looking for that, just go to the Microsoft Store and type in DayZ Experimental if you have the digital copy, and you should be able to download it. It's red and says DayZ Experimental. So yeah, today we're talking about the DayZ 108 experimental progress. And let me just caveat this with, or just say, look, they're still building this. I know there's going to be issues in the experimental, it's just that. But it's nice that we have access to this on console, because I know there's issues that creep up between PlayStation 4 and Xbox. Now, just because, let me also put this out there, because the PlayStation 4 does not have this available, at least not yet. Sony doesn't support like an early access program. Things that are still being built, more or less. They don't have a program for that quite yet. So I hope that they embrace that. But the reason why you should care why this is both for PlayStation 4 and the Xbox is this version that we have here is very much the same version that gets distributed for both PlayStation 4 and the Xbox, with some very subtle differences. But for the most part, this is the same build. As I mean, they use the same database and all that good stuff. So basically anything we see here is going to translate to the PlayStation 4. So, well, and also that this is experimental. So I'm also playing on obviously an official server live. So I'm trying to get my character over there while we go over some thoughts here. But yeah, this is more or less the DayZ 1.08 experimental progress for PlayStation 4 and Xbox, kind of documenting what we've run into and maybe what we could expect for the future versions, but or maybe what they need to troubleshoot, I guess, because I think one of the biggest things that people are concerned about, and rightfully so, is desync. What do I mean by desync? When I place things on the ground, I can't pick them up. Where I have something in my hand, let's say this canister, and I don't actually have it. Worst case scenario would be you have some sort of weapon on you, you think you have it and you don't, and you try to defend yourself, and you're actually just swinging your hands, but you don't know it because on your client all you can see is the weapon. So yeah, desync is the core problem for a lot of things. Now, so there's a lot of things on this, right? So we've been playing this live on stream for a hot minute now. I've been playing it on the PC just to see what the difference was. We have the same issues over there. Oh girl, we have the same issues over there as well. Oh man, I'm just trying to get to the water, dude. Is this a... Okay, it's a zombie. I didn't kill that zombie, so I should be concerned. Okay, we're just gonna try to head for the watering hole. Sorry, we got a little distracted. I need water, dude! Okay, we're gonna sneak around the back. Okay, so to get back on the train of thought that we had here. So yeah, it is concerning that we've seen desync, and I wonder if it's gonna creep back in or not. But Sergeant from our community was talking about how I think they used a previous build that maybe passed certification, and then they took the changes and put it on top. That probably makes more sense than them just basically reverting back to version 104. But yeah, we've run into some serious desync issues to the point where, I mean, the old fix was for us to sign out and sign back. Is that a player? Jeez, I didn't mean to close my door, guys. The old remedy was to sign out with something in your hand and then sign back in, and then usually resyncs whatever is in your hands. Or if you don't have something in your hands, it'll make it so it'll show up as what it actually is on the server. If that makes sense. So yeah, that's been the biggest issue. I know that ooh, okay, I'll take that. Leather repair kit, yes please. Oh man, I gotta get rid of some. Sorry. Should we just put it down there? I don't know. Okay, there we go. Let's stick it in the dry sack. Yeah. We're good. Okay. So, yeah, we've got a lot of changes in 108. I've done a video on the changes, but one of the major things that we've run into, or I should say that they've added, is base building and a revamp for that. Oh, those are actual players. Better run away. We're not trying to engage people right now. So, yeah, the building revamp has been good from what I've seen. We haven't had a chance to try it yet, but with the current state, remember, of experimental, having lots of containers around you and a lot of players can cause a lot of desync. So as soon as we get enough supplies and stuff, we'll be sure to report on that to say, hey, how good or bad are the changes? If this experimental comes through with the desync issues, or even some of them, what's it going to be like? I hope that I'm all scared that they're following me. I hope that it is another build and they threw the changes on top, and then they'll just kind of adjust the changes, and then on the main release they'll actually merge the 107 changes and then these new changes together. But I don't know. We're not really privy to that, but I hope it doesn't revert back this way. And again, keeping in the mindset of, okay, this is experimental, things are going to be broken for sure. But let me just say, and I'm not trying to poo-poo on Bohemian Interactive here, but if this is indeed the current build they plan on pushing forward, I would say, personally, to don't push the 108 update, because 107's desync is better than 108. And again, this is just me throwing it out there, speculating, like, I don't actually know. But if that is the case, even though there's some new changes here, I would say keep 107 until you can at least get the desync to where 107 is. Ideally, I think we would all like to see desync be better than 107 or completely removed. I know it's a hard task. I know it's not as easy as, you know, A, B, and C or whatever. I know it's a deeper issue than that. I understand that. But what I'm saying is, I think with the desync being what it is now, if that is somehow part of the plan to push the major build, I would say don't push. I would say hold it until there's some kind of progress, if that makes sense. I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, throw it down in the comments down below if you agree with what I'm saying, because, like, I would like the building revamps, and I think that's a great direction. Don't get me wrong. Again, I'm not trying to take a hot dump on these people. I'm trying to, like, I understand that they have very little resources, and they're trying to do the best they can. And I know that desync is a very complex problem. I do understand that. So, but I do know that the community at large, right, that plays actively, I don't think reverting desync back in any way. And again, maybe I'm completely wrong. I hope that I am. I hope that it's a situation of, you know, they just merge some builds, and then they'll merge the 107 build with these new changes, and then it'll be a moot point. I hope that I'm wrong completely. But I think that if this is somehow going to be a part of that, I would really, really like them to just hold the build until it is at that state. I don't know. That's just my opinion on the matter, and me speculating. But I'm going to say that I'm under the strong belief that it is a merge build, and then they'll somehow, like, they have an old build, basically, if that makes sense. Hopefully I'm making sense. I don't know. Maybe I'm just babbling on. But it feels like we have a mixture of whatever's new and version 104, if that makes any sense. Longtime players know what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's been a thing. If you remember 104 and how bad desync was, I feel like we have a scotch of that with some new things. So, yeah, I just hope that whatever the plan is for this, that it's somehow going to be a better version of desync, or just removed altogether. And I don't know. I mean, I guess deep down I'm hoping that I'm wrong, and that, you know, their plan is to just merge the 107 in with these changes. But I don't know. Does that make sense? Am I making any sense at all? So basically what I'm saying is, with 108 experimental being what it is on the current build we have, and then they're not done updating it, that desync is extremely bad, back to 104 days, and we're kind of waiting to see what that looks like. So, we'll see how that goes. Although, on a more positive note, right? Not that I'm trying to bag on these people. I do like the new car X coming to Chernarus. That's pretty awesome. And again, even just reading over the building changes that I've seen, it looks like that's going to be just a step in the right direction as far as us building more things that make sense for us to store things and maybe operate out of. So, yeah. Let's see. What else have we run into while we're playing live? And again, we'll do another progress report on this too in the future as we start to see improvements or changes, you know, good and bad. We'll let you guys know what's what. And, you know, hopefully we can start troubleshooting this and help them get it to be a better product. I really do think, let me just praise them for a second and say, I think it's really awesome that they put this on a branch for us to test on console, because you really do have to test it on the hardware. And some of these issues only creep up in this population, whether it's PlayStation 4 or Xbox. That is a dude. That is definitely a dude. So I think it's awesome that they're doing that. And I hope we can really help make it a better product or a better version or update that comes through, because we really do need a better 108. You know what I mean? So I guess we'll have to wait and see. So this won't be the only progress report we have in 108. And again, let me just put it out there. I know I've said it a lot, but it's experimental, so there can be lots of changes and bugs and errors. And I hope that's what this is that we're dealing with, and that we just see nothing but improvements there. Because this game is still amazing to play right now as it stands. And you know, if we fix things like desync, I mean, it's going to be next level, right? Like, this game is so much fun to play right now as is. So if we get those kind of improvements, I think it's going to be great for the overall community at large. So yeah, that's been the progress up to this point, our experience for 108, and in turn for PlayStation 4. If it were to come out today, what you guys would expect, but it's been a progress thing. I think they said something like this is going to be about a 2-week journey, possibly at minimum, maybe more than that. So that's good to know. So I think we're on the front end of these changes. So keep that in mind too, and we'll also keep you abreast of the situation as far as this thing starts to develop, and you know, when this thing could potentially get released, and again, all those different changes and stuff. All right, so yep, that's been our that's been the gist of 108 so far. It's got some promising changes, and we just hope that the desync is actually not a part of the main branch. And yeah, if you found this useful, helpful, be sure to drop a like. It really does help out the channel a lot, especially in these troubling times on the tubes of you. And yeah, hopefully we see you guys in the next video / live stream. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Love you. Bye! Is there somebody in here with me? I'm scared.